we here at the Hit Podcast Finding the Wall have just gotten exclusive access to Christian Horner's last message to the Red Bull board. Let's listen to it.
This is a very not safe for work episode. Oh, gosh. Formula One fans, old and new, welcome to Finding the Wall, a wholly unserious F1 podcast. I'm Jess, a new but extremely enthusiastic Formula One fan.
And I am Gabe, who was 1998 world champion driving for McLaren in Formula One World Grand Prix for the Nintendo 64.
I was like, where is this going?
You never know. This is also
true.
what McLaren was asking themselves every time that I was behind the wheel. But we got it. At the end, I was crowned champion.
Nice.
One time I stumbled upon a list of like the best racing games over the years, and they said that Formula One World Grand Prix was one of the worst ones. And I was like, I will fight everyone. I don't care.
Was 1998 one of those like McLaren sucks years?
No. It was a good year.
It was a good
I was very
year.
happy. Yeah,
Nice.
It was me and Mika Hakkinen.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of Mika Hakkinen.
I think, I replaced David. Who was Mika Hakkinen's? I think it was Coulthard. I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
It doesn't really matter because it was me.
It was you.
It was me.
And you won.
I won.
Congratulations.
Sucks to be Mika Hakkinen.
In everything but this.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's been a few weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and now we just had Spa-Francorchamps.
Yeah, my favorite track.
Your favorite
my
track.
absolute favorite track.
Every driver loves Spa.
Yeah.
And I can see why. Like, it looks like so much fun. I want to drive it.
Mm-hmm. I would pay a lot of if I had a lot of money, I would pay a lot of money to drive there. But I don't have a lot of money.
I like the elevation changes
Mhm.
and the names of the...
I mean, yeah, I think I have hinted at this enough that like corner numbers fucking suck.
Mm-hmm.
Corner names are the shit.
And these have all the names.
All of the names, and they're all weird, and they all have either a weird backstory or a completely unknown backstory.
They're all great except for Pouon.
You're wrong.
I don't like Pouon.
Well, don't drive at the best circuit then.
Like he lost it at Pouon, and I'm just like, I like Bus Stop. I like Eau Rouge,
Mm-hmm. Radion.
Radion.
Mm-hmm.
Eau Rouge and Radion are right there together, right?
Like Camel Straight.
I like all of it,
Yeah.
except for Pouon.
No, Pujon's awesome.
I like Bus Stop though, and it's like it used to be a bus stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, this is why I love corner names so much. Because I think they are cooler for older tracks that used to just be a road, right? Instead of a standalone circuit. But you just get character to things. Like this used to be a thing that was there, right? Or before it had a name, it was just referred to by the thing that it was next to. And because drivers and teams and engineers needed to talk to one another about the track, they were like, "Oh, that left turn by the church,
Yeah.
becomes
So
a
it's called
church
church,
corner,"
yeah.
and it's like, and it's very human.
I love that because a lot of the new tracks, they just don't have that because a lot of them are built in parking lots.
Yeah, and they're also like built to be a circuit.
Yeah.
Right. So you have some that still like get christened with a name, and that's fine. But if you have something that was like, no, we just bought a giant plot of land and we put a circuit here, understandably, no one goes through the trouble or the cringe of trying to name them, like, because otherwise it's going to be like, oh, this one is because of this investor, right? So it's just like the Bill Gates corner.
I like that Monaco has like, oh, this is pool.
Yeah.
It's because it's near a pool.
Yeah. My favorite one in Monaco is Tabak.
Because it's by a tobacco shop.
Yeah.
Or used to be a tobacco shop.
I think it is still a tobacco shop.
That's amazing.
And that is why it is my favorite one. It's just like, that used to be the tobacco shop, and it still is a tobacco shop 70 years later.
Yeah, that's great.
Amazing.
Well, I had a good time at Spa.
Yeah,
it was my first spa. I thought it was fun. I saw a lot of like discourse afterwards talking about how boring it was, but I liked the whole race.
Really?
Yeah. I was on, I mean, it's racing, and I think racing is fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching the race. I'm still having a good time. The rain was weird, caused the delays, which fine. But, you know, we got to see a race, and I was just happy that they started the race, and it got sunny, and I was just like, this is wonderful. I thought it was great.
Yeah, sometimes they don't start the race.
I heard.
Like, yeah.
Or it's just, you know, like 22 laps behind the safety car, and then George Russell wins his first race.
Do you have opinions on the length of the delay?
I do. I mean, we can get into it. So my one sentence is, why do we have wets? Like, that's my one sentence. Why do we have wets? Because they're not going to actually put the wets on the cars to drive in the wet. Why do we have wets? Like, they could have driven. Everybody was saying, we can drive. We can do this. We can drive. And they're just like, no, no. And even Crofty and Brundle were just like, well, we're being really cautious today. I mean, it's fine. I am glad at least they didn't start the clock when everybody thought they started the clock. Because they at least decided, like, we're not going to start the 3-hour clock. We're going to wait. And it ended up being fine anyway. But I was just like, all right, we're delayed. Cool. We got some breakfast. We sat. We watched.
Right. Well, do you have an answer for why we have the wets?
Not really. I mean, I know that they used to use them a lot more, but they haven't used them in years. As soon as they put on wets, that's the signal that it's too wet to race. And so they'll red flag it. So
the problem with this discourse, in my humble opinion, is as 1998 world champion in the Nintendo 64, is that the wet tires are great. And they would let one car run the race.
The car in front, and then no one else will be able to see anything. Yeah.
And
I mean, it's like that with Inters too.
And that is the problem. And it comes from two places. One is the diffuser behind the car just like throws up so much water.
Yeah.
That you just compromise the visibility of the people behind you. And when racing is absolutely predicated on someone being, 2 feet behind you going 200 miles an hour, it is very important that they can see where you are. Right? So it is both the diffuser and the tires are very good, and they displace a lot of water. So they also throw a lot of water up into the air. So, and that's the thing, like whoever is in first would be able to race because they would have the grip to overcome the slippery surface of the track. But no one else can race. So we have this situation now where partly because of how we generate aerodynamics and et cetera, but partly because of the car, partly because of how good the tire is, we have a tire that is so effective that it doesn't let anyone else race.
Engineers are just too good.
Yeah. In some weird way, that is kind of the problem that we have. Like, the tires and the cars are very good at racing in the rain in a way that prevents racing from actually happening in the rain. So I don't like this reality, but at the same time, if you look at anyone else's like onboard camera that is not first place, you're like, there's no way that you can race behind here. So like getting rid of the wets wouldn't change anything, to be honest, because like it like you said, it's a problem with the Inters already. So I don't actually know how to solve that problem. It's a weird one. Like, the cars need to change. Yeah. Right?
Which they will next year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but they're still going to be ground effect, so they're still going to have a diffuser. I don't know if this is going to solve anything.
We'll see.
We'll see.
What is your one sentence for the race?
My one sentence for the race is, sometimes moving is not much more exciting than standing still.
Explain.
I love Spa.
Mm-hmm.
This was not a good race. We had, a lot of uncertainty about whether it was going to happen and when it was going to happen.
But then when it did, I was like, yay, it's happening.
Yeah, I was very excited that we went racing. But then 3 laps in, I was like, oh, nothing of significance is going to happen anymore.
But it did.
What happened?
Lewis Hamilton passed 11 people.
Yes. So I don't regret watching the race. Right?
Yeah.
But I have to say that as impressive as it might be, going from 18th to 7th, and in that process passing a lot of like Aston Martins, Alpines, and etc., is cool. Does not make my weekend, and it also does not change. Like it is not a meaningful thing that happened. For as much as I like Hamilton, and I have mentioned this to you before. Mm-hmm. That man was a beast.
Yeah.
And I want him to be a beast again because he's really good. Doing what he did is I'm happy for him, but I don't consider that to be like, wow, I just saw something spectacular.
I was very excited about it because this is my first season, so I haven't really seen Hamilton as like beast Hamilton, but he passed 3 people in 1 lap.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, it was, the Aston Martins and whatever, but I was still just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
The man is really good. I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy that you got to see a little bit of, beast mode Lewis. But it didn't really make the race more exciting for me. Because Piastri Pass was like, he's not gonna be caught. No one's gonna catch anyone else.
As much as Crofty and Brundle at the end were trying to make you think that Lando Norris was gonna catch him, like it's just not gonna happen.
No, I could have been wrong, right? It's not saying that I can predict the future or that I was right. Like if Lando hadn't made the mistakes that he made, then maybe he would be, a second behind at the end, and with time to I don't know. But it never really felt that way. Watching it, lap 5, Piastri 6 seconds ahead, and just like, and then they stopped for hard. I'm like, maybe, but this is the track is slow and it's cold. I don't think the mediums are going to be that. They're going to degrade that much. So
he was really great with tire management.
Yeah.
Like he was tire managing the whole race.
Yeah.
He ran a perfect race.
Yeah. I very, very snarkily texted you during the race, saying that he ran the race of a champion. He did absolutely nothing, got P1, which is like, if you're going to be champion, some of the races are going to be, you do everything and you get P1. Some of them are just like, I have to do nothing. And this is just my race. Well, just don't fuck it up, and like that's part of it.
I told you my tinfoil hat theory.
Mm-hmm, you did.
That he got P2 in pole instead of pole on purpose because he didn't want to happen to him what happened in the sprint race when Max like slingshot past him and then won. And then that's exactly what happened, and he got past Lando and then won. So, haha.
So do you think his magic? Do you think he knew that he was gonna rain?
Yeah, he knew everything.
Oh,
yeah, he knew all of it. He's Oscar Piastri. He knows everything.
Like any other 22-year-old.
Yeah.
3, I don't know how old
I think he's 25 because whatever Lando is, he's 1 year younger.
Okay, so 25 sounds about right.
I think he's 25.
Okay.
Because I think Lando's like 26 or something like that. He's younger than Lando, but not by much.
All right, well.
Bigger neck, though. Every time I look at Oscar, I'm just like, why? I mean, I know why his neck is so big, but he's one of those people that looks like his neck shouldn't be that big. Like some of the folks, it's like, oh, they have big necks and it kind of makes sense. No, he doesn't look like it. Like it looks out of place. Like, why is your neck so big? So
his hair is too good at your shoes to have a neck that thick.
It's like all he does is neck exercises.
neck
exercises.
All day's neck day.
Every day is neck day
for our Piastri.
That's our next shirt. Every day is
you saw it here
neck
first,
day.
folks. Every day's neck day.
Finding the Wall Formula One podcast. I'm doing it.
Do it.
Well, let's get to what we learned.
Yeah, what did you learn?
Spa. So what I learned, I think it's something that you could probably continue to explain to me. So a lot of people were having pack problems.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what does this mean? Because it wasn't just engine problems. It was like their battery pack problems. Lando was having some pack problems early on in the race, and then Oscar was having some pack problems later. And then actually Max complained about it, that it was clipping. And so maybe you can explain to me briefly how it works with the harvesting of energy and then the expending of energy, and what is it called? Like derating. I think derating and clipping might be the same thing, but
I am not extremely well versed in that subject, and I have absolutely no idea why is it that it attacked like three different lights.
Three different people. Because I haven't heard anything about like pack problems too much. Like I've heard of like power unit problems. Like Mercedes has been having a bunch of that. But this is the first time they've been like the pack. Yeah.
So one interesting thing is that at least from the McLaren radio in the race, it seemed like Lando's pack was fine. He had just used too much of the charge during the laps behind the safety car.
So what does that mean? So I was like, oh, there's a battery. Like it's kind of a hybrid system.
Yeah.
They have battery. They have fuel, and they have only enough fuel for the exact amount of laps they're doing. So I get when they have to do like an extra lap or something, like an extra like formation lap or whatever, it's part of the race because they only have enough for the exact amount because of the weights. So, but I don't understand the whole thing about like the harvesting and the...
Yeah. So I'm not going to remember any of the numbers.
That's fine.
And a lot of the technical details because
give it to me on the back of a napkin explanation.
The cars have a battery that gets charged throughout the lap.
Okay.
In right now, because it used to be two ways that they would charge it. Right now, they charge it with I think it's kinetic energy energy. I don't think it's a heat one. I may be completely wrong, but in any case, it harvests from mechanical power in the car, either like from heat from the brakes, charges the battery. From assistant braking as well, like just get some of the wheel spin that you get out of the combustion engine and just transforms that into electric power that goes into the battery.
That's so efficient.
Yeah. So when Max was talking about the clipping, from what I understood at least, what he was saying is that like when the battery is harvesting power from the combustion engine, it is taking too much of the power out.
Okay.
Right. So now I'm losing too much power when I'm harvesting power for the battery. And they use that extra charge, like once the battery is charged, they use that kind of like as a boost button. Very simple, like in a very simplistic way. It's kind of like a boost button that let them like deploy that charge for extra horsepower around the lap.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's interesting that like it seems, I don't actually know what the ratios are, but it seems like it's a battery that takes a lot of energy to charge. So it's not like something that they can, brake for 3 corners and have a full charge already. Like it takes time, which is why I think it's no longer kinetic. It's from the heat. Like it just takes some of the heat from the engine and transforms that into an electrical power.
So basically, they used more battery than they should have, or than it quote unquote should have.
Yeah.
For the things that they were doing. And so they didn't have time to harvest more energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
According to the McLaren radio, that was what happened with Lando. Like his battery, he presumably tried to deploy extra power when Piastri was passing him down the straight. And he hit the button and the car like didn't really give me all the power that he wanted, right? So he started complaining about it, and McLaren's message to him was, you had depleted the battery too much during the laps behind the safety car, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So he did not have as much charge as he thought he had, which raises another question of like, don't you have a goddamn display that shows him exactly how much the battery is, like what's the charge of the battery? Maybe there was another issue. Maybe he didn't see. Like, could be anything. Maybe. But from their conversation, that's what seemed like to be the case. He just did not have the juice that he thought he had to defend against Piastri.
Okay. So this makes more sense now. And I also have a little more respect for the cars.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that was possible because I have like the utmost respect for these like machines. That's just another strategy that they have to think of.
Yeah.
For pack strategy.
Which is going away, I think.
I mean, next year it's going to be even more hybrid, right? Even more electric.
But they are taking away, I think they are taking, oh man, I may be spreading fake news. But if I remember correctly, I was on vacation, so like my brain is no longer here.
Yeah.
It's still there.
I mean, I wasn't on vacation and my brain was mush, so.
So, we're cutting ourselves some slack, but they're going to take away some of the recovery. So more of the power is going to be evenly distributed between the like the electric engine and the combustion engine, but the recovery process is gonna go away in lieu of a bigger battery.
Okay.
If I recall correctly, so like they don't only recharge, but they're gonna have a bigger charge to use throughout the race.
I mean, who knows? Even if you are right, they might change it by next year. There's no time.
Right. So yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So I don't know what was happening with Piastri, et cetera, but that's the gist of it.
The only reason I know anything was happening with Piastri is because they said over the radio to Lando that Piastri's having this problem too.
Interesting.
So it was just interesting. But now I know more about it.
It makes more sense than the same problem would affect the same car.
Yeah.
The fact that Verstappen was also having weird recharging problems is like, I don't know.
Gremlins.
Gremlins. Spa gremlins. They don't like the rain.
I mean, I wouldn't
the Formula One cars, if you throw water at them, they get messed up.
It's the water.
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn, Gabriel?
I learned that I love Spa. And I needed to contend with the fact, like, do I love it just because it's unpredictable? That just because it is unpredictable because of the rain.
Well, I don't think so though, because it rains so much in Silverstone as well, but you don't speak nearly as highly of Silverstone. Well,
I like the Spa layout a lot more. And he has my favorite corner in all of the calendar. The Radion Rouge is like that's peak driving for me.
It's also so many drivers' favorite track.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. But it's the difference between like it has my favorite corners and I like the vibes and like everything and actually yielding good races. And it seems like when the track dried out, because we essentially had a dry race.
Yeah, it dried so quickly.
Yeah.
Even though they had the little Zamboni, the tiny little Zamboni.
Yeah.
It's just like, nah.
So it dried really quickly and then we had a dry race and like it wasn't I didn't think it was a great race. It wasn't very exciting. Other than like maybe Piastri's tires are going to degrade fast and then we're going to have some kind of a battle at the end.
My butt was clenched. As a Piastri girly, I was just like,
Yeah.
But then the last 2 laps, he has some extra in the tank and he was just like, okay, well now I'm not going to. He was waiting for Lando to get close to him so he could just be like, meow.
So what I learned was just like, do I like this? I still like the track. Do I like this race because of the unpredictability that comes from the rain? That's kind of the thing that I was thinking about. It's just like going back over the years at the Spa races that I really liked and be like, oh, was it just because it rained? It rains a lot at Spa.
That makes sense.
So it rains a lot. And that means the races are always kind of, I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, we'll have to come back to that then. Mm-hmm. So maybe the next race, the next Spa race, I don't know if it'll be on the docket for next year or not. But because I know that it's going to be coming off 2 out of the next 6 years. I don't know if it's next year, but if it doesn't rain next year, we will answer that question and see if you like the race. Yeah.
Well, it's still going to be my favorite track. Nothing changes about that, but it's just going to change how I approach the weekend.
Even with Pouhon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
I
guess we should get to my
the biggest present absence.
Yeah, so this is our was there intrigue section, which I mean, yeah, of course there's intrigue, but after Silverstone, the day that we put out the podcast. So it was the day after we recorded the podcast. The day that we put out the podcast, Christian Horner was fired from Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't actually talked about Christian Horner being fired from Red Bull. And this was the first race with him not there.
Yeah.
And his absence was felt.
Yes.
And I was elated.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
Because now I can like Red Bull.
In my heart, there are two things, right? One, this is good. It's not a good man.
Yeah. He's a fucking terrible person.
Good fucking move. It is also, even to me, because I was doing that math. I was just like, hey, I've been watching this since 1990. Most of my time watching this has been with Christian Horner there.
Yeah. He started Red Bull.
Yeah.
Or he started with Red Bull, you know.
Yeah, but he also started Red Bull. He walked into the office like, hey, I want to do this. It is kind of his project.
Him and Helmut Marko.
Yeah. So even for, an old curmudgeon like me, it is still a whole thing of like, I didn't think about it as I started watching the race, but it was, I don't know, a few laps in there was like, oh, Horner isn't there.
Mm-hmm. And I like Laurent Mekies.
Yeah, he seems nice.
He's an engineer.
Yeah, I'm with you. Maybe Red Bull will be likable.
Yeah.
Again. Or not even again, for the first time.
For the first time. Yeah. I almost saw Jos Verstappen smile. Almost.
Yeah, but that's not always a good thing. Be very careful.
That's very true. And I think now, because of course the really big, other than Christian Horner being sacked by Red Bull, the other big thing is like, oh, is Max Verstappen going to Mercedes? Yeah. And I think now that Christian's gone, I don't think he's going to go. And those talks have kind of, the rumor mill has iced over, and it's like he's pretty much going to be staying at Red Bull for 2026 at least.
Yeah, well, the thing about the Formula One rumor mill is that it gets tired of itself because it's constantly spinning.
Yeah.
So,
and Nico Rosberg is right there going,
yeah. Oh my God, that man just loves it.
He really does. He's trying to get into everything.
But because like, if you remember not correctly, but if you remember it, the rumors of Horner being sacked, like, and going to Ferrari and whatever, we actually talked about this, were really hot like a month and a half before his actual sacking. So you would imagine, given that they had legs, that they would have continued, but no, they died immediately.
And then it happened.
And then it happened when no one was expecting it. So
on a random Wednesday morning.
It's just like after nothing really happened.
Yeah.
Right?
We had nothing for that week. It was so funny because we were like, there's not much happening after Silverstone, blah, blah, blah.
I think we're going to have a quiet time.
You said.
I never say that.
You literally said, I think it's going to be a quiet week. Because I'm stupid too.
Oh my God. So, and then it happened. So I don't know how much. I don't take much stock of both the loudness and the quietness of the Formula One rumor mill, especially as we approach the silly season.
It is silly season. I love that it's called silly season, by the way. Like, it makes me so happy.
It is very accurately called silly season.
So silly season is officially like the summer break, right? Yeah. So it should be after Hungary this next week. But I feel like silly season has already started.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the fact that we had rumors of the longest tenured team principal leaving back in like what, May?
Yeah, I guess so.
That is peak silly season rumor that just happened in May, and then it was confirmed before the silly season. So in this day and age, I don't know that, I don't actually know if the silly season makes sense anymore because it never stops.
I kind of think all of it is silly season. It's one of the reasons I love Formula One so much, because none of it is serious. It's all so fucking silly. Mm-hmm. They're all like, they're grown men in cars going 200 miles per hour, all trying to tell on each other. Mm-hmm.
It is the world's most expensive clown show.
And that's just Ferrari. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ferrari.
Wow.
Sorry, Tifosi. Please don't come for me.
Anyway, so yeah, Horner is absent, and he will continue to be absent. And this is a very much a new Red Bull.
Yep.
And Yuki had a great weekend.
Yuki did have a good weekend.
Right?
He was just kind of, you could see that he was breathing. Like, not that he was just breathing.
Damn.
I was going to say he's breathing easier.
He's breathing easier.
He's breathing a bit easier because, I mean, he was with Laurent Mekies at RB and they got along very well. And maybe Yuki has some breathing room for the next few weeks at least.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And he had a great weekend.
Yeah. No, it's an exciting time. To see how much of that team is just a team principle, right? Because maybe with the exception of early 2000s Ferrari, I don't remember such a strong like vibe that was coming from the person at the top. Presumably, right? I don't actually know. I don't know any of those people, but the image, the vibe and the tone of Red Bull was so entrenched and enmeshed.
But didn't Gunther
Horner.
Steiner have that type of like?
He had a strong personality, but I don't think Haas was like built in his image.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Right? He was just an asshole.
Yeah. So he was like, he had his personality, but the team was he was managing the team. Horner and Red Bull were kind of one in the same in ways, or they seem to be one in the same in ways that we're just now actually going to find out like what that meant.
Exciting. Silly season.
Yeah.
Cool. Well.
Seems like a good time to tell people how great they did.
All right, here's our Finding the Wall championships. We have our very own awards that we give out at the end of every show. So let's start with anger management.
Anger management. My anger management came after the race. My anger management award event moment came after the race with Max Verstappen being really, really mad that they did not let him race. And also making that very common nowadays implication of like something else is going on, but I can't talk about it because otherwise who knows what's going to happen if I talk about it. The way that he framed is just like, but that's not what you want, is it? And then, flicked his hair and walked out.
Did he just not want to like curse and get fined? Or was it something more than
Who knows?
Yeah.
But he had this quote about like, I don't understand why it took that long. And I'm kind of in his camp.
Yeah.
I don't know why it took
an hour.
Yeah. The track, again, we ended up having a dry race.
Yeah.
So maybe you waited too long. But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe they had thought it was going to rain again or whatever. But he was very mad at like, we could be racing this entire time. And he talked about it during the race. Like, I don't understand why we're stopping. And then after the race, he had this whole like, I guess they're trying to do something, but you know what it is. And I can't talk about it because if I talk about it, whatever, and then it goes away into the distance, like into the fog. Yeah. So, because of that, just the sticking to his one talking point, because there's nothing to talk about in the race. And just like, I wish I had raced. Maybe he just wanted to get over with that very boring race and go home.
Maybe.
And they made him
get back
wait.
to iRacing.
Yeah. They made him wait like an hour and 15 minutes just to get to that boring race. So like, he's mad. Yeah. That's my award.
I can see that. Okay. My anger management came from Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, when his lap was deleted.
Yeah.
And at qualifying, so Lewis Hamilton started in 18th place, which is wild. Lewis Hamilton out in Q1. Like, wow. But it was because he had a really great lap, and I think he was like 5th or 6th or something like that. But then the lap was deleted because of track limits. Like he went out of bounds, and it was the last run that he could make, and they told him, and he just kept saying, "Am I out? Am I out?" And they didn't tell him they didn't say like, "Yeah, you're out." He just kept saying, "Am I out?
Am I out?
Like, am I out?" and it was just like, oh fuck, that sucks. So yeah, I think that he was probably like the flames coming out the side of his face.
Yeah, it's also very interesting that he knows.
Yeah, he knows.
Right?
I mean, he'd be mad at himself.
Like he suspects that he may have gone that he may have gone over the track limits.
Just hoping they didn't actually see.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, they saw. Am I out?
That's very good.
All right. So most cursed.
Most cursed. Lando Norris.
Why?
Because
I mean, you're allowed to choose who you like.
Yeah.
But why?
Well, one, nothing exciting happened this race. So I think all of my picks are weak. Period. But I think it is just this whole like there was a lot of talk about the water being on the right side of the track or the left side of the track at the start.
Yeah.
Didn't end up making a big of a difference because it was a rolling start.
They did a rolling start anyway, yeah.
But it was I think it was
he was whining already.
It hit me when it's just like he got passed, which he was gonna be passed anyway. That's a very long straight. But then it was like, why don't I have the charge? and I kept thinking about like he's, doing all this planning about I'm gonna deploy the charge here so I can fight it this way and then he pressed the button and nothing happens. Mm-hmm. And how dejected I would be in that situation.
To be like, that would really suck. You press the button and they're just like, aw.
Right.
You think it makes it like a sound? I hope it does. Yeah.
So it was just that I think the notion of being overtaken because it did not charge the battery of the car properly is very stupid. And in a race and nothing happened much. And like that also, cost him the lead, which again, even if he had all the charge in the world, that's a very long straight. He would have been overtaken. But I kind of got hung up on that. Like my battery isn't there.
Yeah.
And I gave in to him.
Oh, well, mine went to Kimi Antonelli.
That man. That young man.
Here's the problem though, because he wasn't really cursed this race. Mm-hmm. He made mistakes and you can't blame it on the car this time. And like basically, but he was like tearing up after the race, or after qualifying. He was tearing up and all the photos were just showing him like wiping his eyes. And I'm just like, Kimi, no. Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what's interesting is that when you said Kimi Antonelli now, I was also like, I don't remember anything bad happening to Kimi. But he's been so cursed that I was just like, you know what? If you just give it to him and say, have you seen the rest of the season? I'm like, you know what? I gave it to him.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised.
It used to be that just my general baseline, most cursed, was Charles Leclerc.
Yes.
But he's been doing really well, like P3. But then there's Fernando Alonso, who is the most cursed man in Formula One by his own admission. But no, it was Kimi.
But the thing is, Charles Leclerc level things don't even happen to Charles Leclerc that often.
Yeah.
Even him is sometimes safe from his own life. So not always something bad is going to happen to Charles.
There was a joke that I saw. It said that Charles Leclerc went and visited an orphanage. And there's so much sadness behind those eyes, said the orphans.
You know what? Yeah.
I was like, aw, Charles. Yeah. But yeah, Kimi got it this week.
That makes sense.
Cuntiest comms. So speaking of Charles Leclerc, my Cuntiest comms was Charles Leclerc because basically when Max was coming up, I think he was like 1.6 seconds back, and it took Max a bit to get that close to him. Charles' intercom, they told him that Max is 1.6 back, and then he said, "Leave me alone, please. Leave me alone." He's like, "You tell me nothing, and now you tell me he's 1.6 behind? Like, what are you doing?" That was really good.
That was, and it was also my pick.
Yeah. Because there wasn't a lot of Cunty comms this week. Everybody was paying a lot of attention
with a heavy heart. Boring race, mostly boring race.
I'm not gonna call it boring. It was my first Spa, and I still cargo vroom. I'm happy.
So we have essentially two words for boring in Portuguese, or maybe more, but like I'm immediately recalling two, and one of them would be more applicable because it's not like I think boring is too strong. And we have another one that is
slightly boring. Monotonous? Would that be kind of the word for it?
We have that one too, but it's entediante. Entediante.
Intrigue.
Yeah, it's just slightly boring. Like it doesn't grip you. It doesn't catch your attention, right? It doesn't annoy you for being that monotonous, but it also doesn't get a hold of you. And that's what that race was. It was like, I watched it. I was like, all right, cool. We had a race and it happened. And like, there were moments where something could have happened, but none of them materialized in any meaningful way. Even the overtake for the lead was just like, they got up Eau Rouge like a half a second behind. That is an overtake. Like that straight is very long. That is an overtake. So the overtake happens and then I don't know.
Intrigue. I like that. Mm-hmm. Speaking of best overtake.
This is the first time I think that I give this award to the whole of the work.
Oh, okay.
Lewis Hamilton.
Me too.
For overtaking.
Me too. That was
everyone.
Mine.
I know that there were a couple that were
places.
Amazing.
Yeah, he went past 3 in one lap.
Yeah. There were some overtakes that were really cool, but also a lot of them just happened in the Camel Straight because that's where they're going to overtake a lot of people. But you know what? Like, means nothing. The man is 7-time world champion.
It was fun to watch.
Getting 7th means fucking nothing, especially when his teammate got 3rd. But you know what? Like, Lewis doing Lewis things.
Yeah. I was happy.
Cool.
I got to see a little bit of beast mode.
Little bit.
I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a lot of times when we go back to watch old races, which we do from time to time when you're here, it's like, oh, Lewis Hamilton, holy shit.
When you join, imagine he wasn't as young when he joined Formula One, but imagine him being, I don't know, another rookie that is not as young this year. Who? Liam Lawson. Right?
Sorry. Liam
year
Lawson.
1, fighting for the championship.
Yeah. I was going to say Isaac Hadjar, but he's
also young.
He's young.
Because I don't remember how young Lewis was. I think it was over 20. And Hadjar is like 20. I don't know. Whatever. Imagine being a rookie and in your first year, you fight for the championship. That's the kind of level, right? It's the same thing with Verstappen of like, this is your first race for Red Bull. Welcome. Win the race.
Yeah.
There's all of these other people. Like, this is one of the best grids in Formula One history. I saw someone making the point about we just had a rat racing Spa. Nothing happened. We had a race in the 90s full of, legends of the sport that like in the first fucking lap, 7 people crashed.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing happened. Even like the lowest of the bar, like Lance Stroll, the person who does not want to be there, did not crash the car, did not
he did take off Hulkenberg's front wing because he was being an asshole and wouldn't let him in in
terms of pure quality. This is an amazing grid. And yet when someone like Verstappen or someone like Hamilton comes onto the thing, you immediately see.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing about, Kimi needs a couple of years to adapt. It's like, yes, because he's a very good driver. He is not on their level.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Verstappen needed 1 race. Hamilton needed 1 race.
It's kind of sad seeing Verstappen in like 4th.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah.
But now that Christian Horner is gone, then I'm just like, yay, Verstappen is kind of likable, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, like Schumacher needed 1 race. Senna needed 1 race. It's a different. It's not saying that Antonelli is never going to be champion. He probably will. But there's a difference between where those 2 are and other people have been and where everyone else in this grid is currently right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, our very last one is best wall found. And for me, who found the wall was us.
Oh, what wall did we find?
We found the wall of the FIA overcautiousness.
The wait wall.
Yep. We found the wall of like waiting over an hour for them to start the race.
Yeah. I'm still ambivalent about all that.
Yeah.
I get it. I've seen so many horrible things happening because of wet tracks. Yeah. So like,
I like
do it,
them not crashing, but it's also like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I do not envy them. I don't want to be the one to solve that problem because I don't know how to solve that problem. If I had 20 people's lives on my hands, I'd probably do the same. But I don't know. Weird situation.
What about you? Best wall found?
Coincidentally, it is just Stroll being like, I'm going to take off that. There is nothing at stake. I am going to take off someone's front wing. That is the kind of commitment to hijinks that I want to reward. So that's it.
So they were in the pit going out for was it qualifying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So going out for qualifying, Nico was going to try to get into the line.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Stroll didn't have to let him in. He didn't have to.
No.
He didn't do anything like illegal or whatever. But it's a dick move.
Yeah.
It's an absolute dick move for him just to be like, no.
Yeah.
I mean, but of course, Lance Stroll is going to make the dick move.
Yeah. It validates.
He is a dick move.
It is the most expensive clown show on earth. So that validates that as well. Right. But it's just, there's nothing at stake.
Yeah.
Because even the idea of letting Hulk overtake him for quali at Spa doesn't matter that much. So there's why.
Yeah.
And the reason is like, why not?
Why not?
And
he does not care.
And I want to reward that behavior.
He'll just be like, Daddy, buy me a new front wing. Daddy.
I legitimately, I want him gone because I think no one who has not committed horrible acts deserves to be that unhappy.
Daddy, please get me a new.
Do something
Daddy,
else.
I need a new green wheelie bin.
Go do something else, Lance Stroll.
Need a new tractor.
Just go drive
do
a natural
anything.
tractor.
He could do anything.
Yeah.
And be happy.
Yeah.
He could go be a fisherman.
Yeah.
Lance Stroll, the fisherman.
Go, Lance Stroll. This is my appeal to you. Go fish.
Go fish.
Go fish. Next time that there's a very wet race with a lot of rain, you just put a bucket down and you get a rod.
Yep.
And you get a string.
Yep.
And then you just put the string in the bucket with all the
and
water.
We would love him.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. All he would have to do is do that and then say, must be the water. And then we would all love him. And then he quits. And then he leaves the best legacy ever.
Uh-huh.
Do it, Lance.
Do it, Lance. This is my appeal to you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's my award for best wall found because it's a why.
Why?
The why wall.
You know what Lance Stroll could also do? Is he could be a podcast host.
Where?
Here on the Stupid Little Podcast Network.
Whoa. Are you hiring?
I'm not.
But for Lance Stroll, yes. Because we don't have to pay his salary.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
His daddy will pay it. His daddy will buy the network.
Uh-huh.
And then that'd be great. Lawrence. Now we're talking to Lawrence.
Specifically.
Buy the podcast network.
Uh-huh.
I will sell it to you.
Mm-hmm. And we can call it Super Little Stroll.
And then Lance could have his own podcast.
Yeah.
Kind of like I have.
You do.
About video games.
Whoa. Tell me more.
So, in my day job, I work in video games. I am a producer in the video game industry, and it is very fun. But I also have a podcast all about video games. So it's called Stupid Little Games. It's where we talk about all things gaming from the inside out. And each week I sit down with various insiders from the game industry. We talk about our current gaming obsessions. We tell stories from projects past and present. And then we play a stupid little game that I write specifically for each guest. And it's a fun time. We don't just talk about video games. Like I literally just recorded one the other day all about Warhammer 40K because I know nothing about it. And it was so interesting and so fun. That's a wild world.
Yeah.
So that'll be out in a few weeks. But if you're interested in video games, if you're interested in stupid games, if you're just interested in listening to me yap about things, there's probably one of you out there maybe, then listen to Stupid Little Games. Just look for that on your favorite podcast app, wherever you get those. And it's also on YouTube. And yeah.
That's a very good podcast. I can't wait to hear more about the Warhammer.
It was really interesting.
That
it was
cool.
really, really interesting. But also, if you like this podcast, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Leaving a review goes actually a really long way. We're still kind of a new podcast, and getting it in the algorithm is actually really important. You can follow me on Blue Sky at caketease.bsky.social. I'm talking about video games. Sometimes I talk about Formula One. Sometimes I'm just talking about stupid shit. So, but Blue Sky is a good time. You can't really follow Gabe.
No, if you follow me, I'll put wet tires on and not going to see anything.
Just splash.
just splash. You're going to see my rooster tail. That's all that you're going to see.
That's really funny. But what else, Gabe?
Well, what else? I think people are very curious about how this podcast is made.
Tell them.
So I'm going to tell them that this podcast is part of the Stupid Little Podcast Network. It is hosted and edited by Gabe Koski and Jazz Purdue. The theme music is by the super talented Baird Russell. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next round. Hungary, the Hungary.
And
then we're going to have our own silliest season.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Where we're just going to be silly for a long time.
Should we do a special silly season episode?
Oh, we should do a special silly season episode. Yeah. I don't know what's going to be. That's going to be like, but we're going to figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
All right.
See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.